Hey guys, give it up for DeMarco Ari, man. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Thank you.
Brittany, you gonna come up? Oh, you're passing out? Hey, before we begin, any questions? Any questions from yesterday? Anything we have to go over real quick going into this second part? It's a 3-part, or actually a 4-part ordeal. We're going into second quarter. Any questions, comments, concern, Hake? Anything?
No, sir.
Nothing? You good?
It was good.
All right. Should we add that on the Zoom as well too? That packet? Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. I think I have it here actually too. Let me go ahead and put this on the chat because this is what we're gonna be going through.
They're
Hold on a second. Boom. All right. Can I save this? How do I save this? Export. Watch it, airdrop it to. Hey, Brendan, I'm gonna airdrop this to you. Can you find out how to put this on the chat? Thanks, bro. Oh, Jason, thank you, man. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I just airdropped. Jason, do you have it? I just airdropped you. All right, guys. So hey, listen, in the meantime, Jason's gonna be airdropping that into the chat, right? So you guys can see exactly what we're going through today. So yesterday we talked about doing a presentation, right? Hope you guys got some of the wordage that I did. Hope that helped you guys out in some way, right? You know, we want to make sure that we're all using somewhat of the same presentation, right? But we also want to make sure that if we can help you out as far as wordage, that we can help you out better ratios in closing, utilize them. All right, utilize them. Everything was recorded yesterday, right? So let's make sure that you guys go back and rewatch it. You know, one of the advice that I gave you guys, as well as Coach Ed, was, man, reread that script at least 10 times, man. At least 10 times, back to back to back to back. Not, hey, let me read it now, and then 3 hours later, let me read it again. Another 2 hours, let me read it. No, just back to back to back to back, 10 times in a row, and I guarantee you, your presentation is going to get that much better. Every time I did that, my presentation got better. All right? So you got it?
Yes, sir.
10 times in a row. 10 times in a row, right? That should be one set, right? You can do multiple sets. You know, if y'all go to the gym, that's what, you know, that's vernacular for that, right? You can do multiple sets, but I'll say every set that you do should be at least 10 reps of that. All right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
I see you guys. You guys been working out. Okay, okay. All right, guys, so let's get into it. So, DeMarco and Ari, at the very end, we ask them the closing question. What would interest you more? Starting part-time with us? Financial needs analysis, which is complimentary, or both? And what did they say?
Ari wants to get started, DeMarco.
Gotcha. So what do we do?
We do her
The IBA.
I met her IBA.
IBA and then-
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So we got her IBA in. She is now working with us part-time underneath, you know, her niece, Bryn, right? We're still at the same. Oh man, we're still. In fact, listen, this is not how you close. All right, if you want to get passionate about closing,
Gotta do the.
keep your family. That's it. $24.79 a month, 94 cents a day, less than a coffee, and it keeps your family covered. It's more than we're looking to spend.
Think we'll pass, thank you.
Pass.
You're telling me you don't care what happens.
That's it. You do not do that. All right, do not do that.
Same outfit and everything.
Yeah, same outfit and everything, bro. Technology, technology, man.
I mean, that's our like intrusive thoughts.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
That may that.
I do not be posting that.
Oh, what happened was,
Attention from the whole office.
yeah, no, I put humor on it, but yeah, that may be how you feel like in your head, but that shouldn't come out. All right, I know I don't have to tell you guys that, but make sure that y'all don't do that. That's pretty funny. But hey, listen, so yeah, so now we're gonna collect information as far as to do their financial needs analysis. All right. And so I want y'all to pay attention. All right, let's go ahead and start recording, Jason. If you can go ahead and record, or Brendan record, or I can do that real quick. Let me just.
Recording.
It is recording? Awesome. Perfect. All right. So now, what was her name again?
Ari.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we use normal names.
All right. So now, Ari, you're part of our business. Welcome. We're excited to have you.
Thank
Right. Your team is growing. That's incredible.
guys.
Yes. We're excited for you guys. So now, listen, we're going to collect some information, right?
Okay.
And get your financial plan going. Okay. So at what age would you like to retire? And you can't say today and tomorrow, right?
Nah, man. I would say I want to retire somewhere around like 63, 65.
Okay.
65.
65. All right. Let's put 65. And let's say you're 65 years old today, right? In today's dollar, how much would you need on a monthly basis to retire? What would you say?
Say on a monthly basis, 8,000.
8,000. Now keep in mind, at this time, your house is paid off, the kids are out the house. This is just living expenses.
Oh, okay.
What would you say?
Around 5,000.
Okay, 5,000. Perfect. Would you say the same thing?
4,000.
All right. Let's just round that up to 5.
Five.
5,000. That is very doable, right? So my job, along with your niece, Bryn, is to do this plan so that at age 65, you guys have $5,000 coming in. You guys are completely debt-free, right? And you can live financially independent. Fair enough?
Yes.
But let me show you how life works, right? This is you, DeMarco. This is you, Ari, and these are your 2 kids, right? Excuse my drawing. Don't be making fun of my drawing. Right?
That's good.
Right?
Nice
so-
lines and cues.
There we go. There we go. Right? And so we work simply to make money. Money comes in, we then take it to the bank, and then we pay expenses. We work some more, money comes in, we take it to the bank, we pay expenses. We work, money, bank, expenses. Work, money, bank, expenses. And if we're not too careful, right, we get caught up in this cycle called making a living, right? Which is Spanish for mal,
Mhm.
right? Which is not good. Now, what do we teach? We teach people how to live a life. And how do we do that? You go to work. Actually, let me get the highlight. You go to work, money comes in, you then take it to the bank, but before you pay expenses, you do something called PYF. Pay yourself first.
Okay.
And it's usually 10 to 15% of what you bring home monthly, or minimum $200 to $300. And with that, we set up those mutual fund accounts for you, right? We set up your emergency fund. We also set up your education, a dream fund, right? And finally, man, we also set up your retirement fund. And then we protect all your assets with something called income protection or term life insurance. Term life insurance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the reason why. Because if we don't have income protection and something happens to you, right? Something happens to you, dad, because we never want to do anything to mom, right? Something happens to dad. Now that money that comes in no longer comes in. That bank no longer receives those funds. So the first thing we got to do, man, we got to take out the emergency fund.
Mhm.
We also got to take out the education and dream fund. We can no longer dream, right? And there's no need for retirement fund because you're not retiring. So we got to liquidate that as well. And the only thing left is what?
Expenses.
The expenses and also the family as well, which is that's bad,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
So what life insurance does, it puts a barrier right here, right, Bryn? It puts a barrier right here. So that if anything happens to you, mom, or you, dad, that money still comes in and all your funds are taken care of and nothing happens. There's a protection there,
Okay.
right? And you don't need life insurance forever. A lot of people think, huh? Oh yeah, perfect. Let's do that. All right, guys. Let's practice that. Y'all, any questions on that? Any questions? All right, we're gonna do bit by bit. All right, so the first thing you want to ask, transitioning from the presentation to gathering information, is what? That's it. This right here. At what age would you like to retire? Just go right into it. They told you that they want a financial needs analysis, right? So at this time, you may feel like, man, I've been here for a little bit long, right? Because I collected her IBA. Just go right into it. It's fine. They said they want the financial needs analysis. So your transition to this page is at what age would you like to retire, right? Got it?
Yep.
All right, so go ahead. Person to your right, person to your left. You know, don't do this by yourself. Get with somebody and go ahead and take 5 minutes, and both of you guys do it for 2.5 minutes. Practice. All the way through, all the way through.
Gisela and Josh. You need one? Marcos can have it. You do? Okay. Perfect. All right, so at what age would you like to retire? Like 60. And then also like.
Now, you'd agree with me. They can hear us?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you would agree with me, Mr. Rodriguez, people don't plan to fail, they just fail to plan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And so let me show you, how life works. Okay, so here we have your family, you have mom and dad, okay? We have your two beautiful kids, okay? And so you would agree with me that this is how life works. Right? We go to work, we make an income, we go to the bank, and we pay our expenses.
Yeah.
Right? We go to work, we go to the bank, and we pay our expenses. We make money, we go to the bank, we pay our expenses. Now, this is what we call, right, making a living, right? MAL. And I know you're Spanish, Mr. Rodriguez. What does that sound like to you? What does MAL spell?
Mal.
Mal. What does that mean in Spanish? Bad. Means bad, right? And so that is, you see how that's not good for your family. And so what we teach is what's called PYF. Okay, pay yourself first. Okay, and experts recommend that you set aside 10 to 15% of your monthly income for your finances, right? Or just $200 to $300 a month. Okay, and we recommend that you save your money in 3 places. Okay, an emergency fund, a retirement fund, and then an education fund. Okay, and the way you protect these 3 things is with income protection. Okay, or term life insurance. Okay, because let's say, Mr. Rodriguez, something happens to you and you're no longer in the picture. Okay, and I draw an X on the dad. Okay, what happens to that income that dad's bringing in?
I guess you lose it.
You lose it, right? No more money's going into the bank, right? No more money's going into retirement, right? You need to feed the kids, so you're not thinking about your dream fund, right? The family needs to pay the bills and survive on just half of the income, right? And so the life insurance, Mr. Rodriguez, it puts a wall between your family and that income, right? It'll save your family if something was to happen. The money will still be coming in, and the bills will still be taken care of. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Awesome. That's it. Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Also, Mr. Pastorti, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna gather some information. At what age would you like to retire?
Tomorrow. Not 65.
Not tomorrow.
65.
65. All right. And in today's dollar, how much would you like to? How much would you need
5,000.
on a monthly basis to retire?
About $5,000. That's good. Me and my wife about 5,000 each.
Okay, awesome, Mr. Patrick. So look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna at the end of this, we're gonna come up with a plan, right? Trainee and I, to make sure that whenever retirement comes, you have a $5,000 coming in on a monthly basis to make sure that you can come to live. Alrighty. So the thing is that people don't plan to fail; they just fail to plan. All right. So here we have you, your wife, and then we have the 2 kids. Alrighty. And so this is how life works. All right. So in life, right, we make money, we make our income, right? We go to work, we make our income, right? We put the money in the bank, and then what? We have to pay all of our expenses.
Yeah.
All right. And then we do the same thing. Money comes in, we go to work, we put the money in the bank, and then we have to pay all our expenses. All right. And then what happens? You have to do it again. So this falls into a cycle, right? Where we have to go to work, pay the bank, and then pay all of our expenses. All righty. This is something called MAL, make a living. And in Spanish, Mr. Pastorti, I know you're not Spanish, right? But this means that, right? Mas. Alrighty. And so So what we want to do for something for you, right? We want to create a plan, right, where your income comes in, right? Then somebody got to pay yourself first, right? Where you set aside 10 to 15% of your income for $200 to $300. Alrighty. We're gonna create 3 funds for you, right? One is an emergency fund, an educational dream fund, a retirement fund. And then to protect all of your assets, right, we're going to put together a term life insurance, okay? Because what happens that if, God forbid, Mr. Pastorti, something happens to you, what's going to happen to your income?
It's not going to be there no more.
It's not going to be there anymore, right? Because you're no longer there, right? So what happens with the term life insurance is puts a barrier between your family and your income, right? To make sure that your income is still coming into the house. Does that make sense, Mr. Pastorti?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Because if something happens to you, guess what? We can't invest into the emergency fund, into the education and training fund, into the retirement. Boom.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's not. Protect me, yo. So these are all direct things that what happened.
All right, guys. All right. How we doing?
Yo, coach, I have a question. So after you say, coach, after you say PYF, you go straight into the 3 funds.
Yeah, so, as soon as, so great question. So, yes, do we go, after I say QIF, we go straight into the funds? Yes, right? So, what we teach families to do is we teach them, go to work, have the money come in, take it to the bank, right? But before you pay expenses, develop those do something called PYF, right? Pay yourself first, 10 to 15% or $200 to $300. And with that, we're gonna open up an emergency fund, a dream fund, or education fund, and a retirement fund. And then we're gonna protect those funds with income protection or term life insurance. Look at this. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Josh, start us off.
Right. Good morning, Eric. How you doing this morning?
Oh, you were with me all day, bro.
Oh, well, what's actually this? What age you like retire?
65.
Okay, cool. So in today's dollars, how much would you need on a monthly basis to be able to retire?
5,000.
5,000? All right, cool. So here's what we call our simple planning. So people don't fail to plan, they just simply fail to plan. And so when people get paid and get income, it goes to the bank and they immediately start doing what with that money?
Pay expenses.
They start paying those bills, right?
Yep.
So they do that over and over and over again.
Josh, go back a little bit. Remember, you got to draw me out. So this is your family. This is you. This is you, DeMarco. This is you, Eric, right? This is you, Billy. This is you, Ari. This is you, Bryn. This is you. So you say their names. All right. And then these are your kids. This is Billy Jr. This is Samantha. This is, Dakota, whatever their name is, right? So they know it's personable. That's very important, guys.
That's true.
All right. That's very important. And if you don't know their names, right, that's a problem because you should be at the end of the presentation by now, right?
Mhm.
And you obviously write their names up here, right?
Right? Yeah.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So DeMarco and Ari, I put their names there,
Fixed it.
right? But you got to draw them out first and then tell me my financial situation. Go ahead, Josh. Go again. From the 5,000.
So DeMarco, you want $5,000 for a month to retire. So here's your family. We got dad, we got mom. There you go, Ari. And what are the names of your kids?
Jimmy, Billy, and Samantha.
All right, so we got Jimmy, Billy, and little Samantha. Now, when you get paid, DeMarco, you get some income, and that goes directly to your bank. And as soon as you start getting money, what do you have to do with that money?
Pay expenses.
You gotta pay those bills. So you do that over and over and over again.
Brian, take it from there. Martinez.
It's a-
Called,
Mhm.
called, making a living. The Spanish stands for that. Okay, something that we teach families here is that whenever you make income, whenever, you take it to the bank, and before you paying expenses, you stop right there and you PY, you pay yourself first. Most families can set aside 10 to 50% of their income, which is $200 to $300.
Or,
Or $200 to $300. And then with that income, right, we use it and then we open up 3 accounts, an emergency fund, education fund, and retirement fund. And then we also help you implement the income protection to protect these 3 accounts.
Julian,
So, yeah, before we do that, we have to protect it with income protection, term life insurance, because if you don't protect, your income, then all this is gonna crumble. There's gonna be no emergency fund, education or college.
all right, let's go back. Let's make sure they understand what that means. So without, great transition, right? Without income protection, if something happens to you, dad, take them out, right? Take them out in the picture. Something happens to you, dad.
So without income protection, if something happens to you, dad, none of this is gonna, be possible. So,
What's none of this?
emergency fund, education, and dream fund, retirement fund, and then the only thing.
All right, you missed one crucial part. If something happens to you, dad, that money that comes in no longer comes in. That bank no longer receives those funds. So what we have to do now, we have to take out the emergency fund, we have to take out the education fund, and we gotta liquidate the retirement. Go ahead, try that again.
So something happens to you, dad, the money is no longer coming in, so we have to take out from the emergency fund,
Nope, the bank no longer comes in, so the bank no longer receives those funds.
Bank no longer is. Okay, yeah, so the bank no longer is. So something happens to you, we're gonna have to start taking out from that emergency fund, that kids education fund, the retirement fund, and the only 2 things that are gonna be left at the end of this are the expenses and your family.
All right, so that's a great question to ask them. So what remains? Yeah, so what remains at the end? And they're gonna say the expenses. And you say, oh, and also the family. All right, y'all got that?
Yeah.
Y'all got that?
Yep.
All right, so from there, Ethan, go ahead, take it.
Okay, so, is your family prepared for these 2 financial extremes, right? Number 1, dying too soon and living too long.
Where you at?
After that.
Oh, no, we're still talking about this one.
What do you want me to?
All right, so from here, we say, all right, the reason why we say life insurance is so important is because life insurance puts a barrier right here. So if something happens to you, dad, right? If something happens to you, dad, that money still comes in, still received by the bank, and the emergency fund is still funded. Everything goes back as if financially nothing has happened. Does that make sense? So try it one more time.
Gotcha. Okay, so with this income protection, we're gonna place a barrier right here,
Mhm.
okay? Place protection on you with life insurance, so you still have income going in, income still going to the bank, right? And your expenses are paid for, and we can keep all these retirement funds good, and not only that, your 3 family is fine. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. Perfect. Y'all got that?
Yes, sir.
All right, listen, you can only do this if you practice, all right? Yusela, you got it? Everything good? You have any questions? I see that confused face. You good? You got some questions?
The repeat of that last statement.
Okay.
The reason why life insurance is so important, puts a barrier so that if something happens to you, dad.
Let's do that. So the reason why life insurance is so important, right? Life insurance is the reason why we call it income protection is because if God forbid something happens to you, dad, there's a barrier right here so that all that money can still come in as if financially nothing has happened. That's why income protection is so important.
That's where you finish on.
That's it. On this part. Right? They have to know that life insurance is protect their accounts and their way of life on this. And that's how you explain it. Fits.
So what if you're sitting down with some already life insurance clients and then you do F&A on them? Is this like a good slide for increases and stuff too?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And I'll explain why. All right. Okay, you guys good on that?
Yes.
All right. And so your transition from this slide to this part is you don't need life insurance forever. This is how you get away from them going, well, I need whole life. I need universal life. I need infinite banking. Is utilizing, is explaining this as accurate as you can, right? And so this is how I explain it. All right, this is what we call a theory of decreasing responsibility, right? In early years, you may need a lot of coverage. $1 million, $500,000. Why is that? Because you have young kids, a high debt, a house mortgage. So a loss of any of y'all's income, you know, DeMarco and Ari, it will be devastating to the family. But we also know that you're saving a little bit, right? Saving. And with us, right, that savings is going to start increasing. It's going to start increasing. It's going to start increasing. See how it's increasing?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right? And as soon as your savings matches what you have in life insurance, which it will, we cancel your life insurance because you no longer need it anymore, right? And then what you're paying for life insurance, we're just going to add that over to your savings.
Okay.
Because then later in life, when you're retired, you don't need a policy, you need money.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Because the kids are grown, you need that 5,000 a month, right? Kids are grown, lower debt, mortgage is paid, right? You need retirement income at this point. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So automatically, I know that they're not looking into the whole life, right? They're not looking into universal life. All this other stuff that's from age 0 to age 100, they don't need that, right? They just need that temporary Band-Aid to make sure that their family's taken care of. Y'all got that?
Yeah.
All right. This is a perfect time to, this is the locker room.
Time. Yeah.
Go it again? Yep. Let's go it again. All right. All right. Now, you don't need,
Is it okay if I record it?
oh, of course. Now, guys, you don't need life insurance forever. Ari and DeMarco, you don't need life insurance forever. You just need it while you're saving your money, right? This is what we call a theory of decreasing responsibility. What this means is that in early years, you need a lot of insurance. Why is that? Because you have young kids, high debt, you know, and a mortgage, and a loss of income will be devastating to your family. But we also know that you're saving a little bit, right? And as time goes by and you stay consistent with us, that money's going to start growing. It's going to start growing. It's going to start growing. And once it matches what you have in life insurance, man, cancel your life insurance. You no longer need it anymore. And what you're paying for life insurance, add it on to your savings. Because then later in life, what you need now is you need money. You need that 5,000 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the kids are grown, the house is paid off, the debts are paid off, right? You need retirement money at this point.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember that 5,000 specific to what they told us.
Yep.
But obviously change it if the couple says that they need something else.
That's where you bring this back into play. Sorry.
Coach, what do you say, because I know going back to that top, on the income protection side, when you asked me that first question about how much they need to retire with, a lot of times people will overshoot that.
Yep.
And I need 10 grand, like, how do you respond to that?
Well, that's exactly what DeMarco said. DeMarco's like, I need 8 grand, 10 grand. I was like, keep in mind, at this point, the kids are gonna be out the house, the mortgage is gonna be paid, debts are gonna be paid, right? So based on that, not like how you're living today, but how you live in the future, how much would you need? You know? And gear them up too, man. Some people might say 10,000 and they're living off of, 40,000 a month right now, you know? So
I ain't got that client yet.
yeah, it's coming, it's coming, right? But for the most part, on this section, you're gonna see a 3,000 to 6,000. That's what you're gonna see, 3,000 to 6,000, if you ask it correctly. All right? Any questions? All right, so yes, sir.
What was the transition from the income protection to the?
Yep. So from this transition, from this one, you don't need life insurance forever. You just need it while you're saving your money. That's it. This is how life works.
Eric, that is interesting. Justin, did you get that question last night?
What do you mean? Yeah.
That question?
Oh, yeah, my mom, yeah.
What did she ask?
She asked like why not just have like a whole life? She didn't really know about mutual fund or anything like that.
Do you remember the answer?
That was, we
Can
don't
you
really need
explain it?
life insurance
Can you
forever.
explain it like very simple?
You don't really need life insurance forever because if you start investing that, it'll accumulate to the point where, yeah, you just don't need life insurance.
So-
Yeah, you need to learn that, guys. You're gonna get that question. I would say 90% of the time, if somebody has a whole life policy or some kind of like cash value policy.
Well, it's not just,
So they're sold to them.
yeah, it's not just right off the bat. right off the bat, you're probably not gonna get as much, but now that you guys see that there's a whole bunch of whole life on Instagram, you have a whole bunch of clients calling back saying, hey man, tell me about this whole life. Tell me. And if you explain this to them, it avoids all those callbacks, right? Because now you just prepared your client, right?
They're just gonna cancel the policy on you, because again, her question was, she very specifically said it. My only concern with term is that
It runs
term is
out.
only for a period of time.
Mhm.
And that's what we had to emphasize, it's like, why do you need it for life? You only buy time when you buy life insurance. What kind of time? Until your investments grow. That's what life insurance buys, time, until your investments grow. And that is well explained right there.
Yep. Y'all got that?
Yes.
All right, take 2 minutes. 2 minutes and let's explain, let's practice that real quick.
You don't need life insurance forever.
What's the transition from here to here? Oh, you did, yeah, sorry.
You don't need life insurance. However, you need it while you're saving your money. Okay, so this is the theory of decreasing responsibility, and this is just how life works, right? So in the early years, you will need a lot of coverage because you have young children, high debt, house mortgage, right? A loss of income would be devastating, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so right now, right, you're gonna start saving a little bit of your money, right? So
With me.
right now, right now you're gonna be saving a little bit of your money with fees. So later down the line, when your investments match your life insurance, your life insurance,
Use your pen.
go ahead and cancel it. And then, but when you reach retirement and you want to save for that $5,000, I don't like it. When you reach retirement, you better have some money saved up, right? You wanted to save up for that $5,000, right? So you guys? Okay, perfect, right? Because you have your own children, lower debt, and the mortgage will be paid at that point. So retirement income is absolutely necessary, right?
Perfect. Perfect. Do it one more time.
Okay.
While you're talking, I'm gonna point, all right?
Okay, so you're not gonna need life insurance forever, however,
Okay, go ahead.
you're not gonna need life insurance forever, however, you just need it while you're saving money. Okay, so in the early years, you need a lot of coverage, right? You've got young children, high debt, house mortgage, so loss of income would be absolutely devastating, right? Right now, you're gonna be starting saving your money, right? Investing your money with me. And so, you see how it's growing? Yeah?
Yep, yep.
Yeah. And so,
Okay, so it's growing. Once it matches what you have in life insurance.
once it matches what you have in life insurance, you can go ahead and cancel that because you will need it at that point.
And what you're paying for life insurance,
And what you're paying for life insurance.
add it on to your savings.
Oh, okay. What you're
Got
paying
it.
for life insurance, add that on to your savings. Does that make sense?
That does, because then later in life, what?
Later in life, you gotta have some money.
How much?
You gotta have that 5,000 that you wanted to do to retire, right? And so, because at retirement, you have your children, lower debt, mortgage paid, retirement income is absolutely necessary.
Perfect.
Yeah, this part, it's just this part, but I know like where to go. I know where to go.
Does this make sense? So like the money is growing?
Yeah.
So with me, this money's gonna start growing, it's gonna start growing, growing. And once it matches what you have in life insurance, cancel your life insurance. And what you're paying for life insurance, hey, we're gonna add it on to our savings. Because then later in life, what we need now is we need that 5,000 a month. We need retirement income. Good?
Yeah, that's good.
How we doing? How we doing? All right. You wanna practice? Bro, come on, man. This ain't no classroom. Locker room.
I gotta, your aura's too different. So when you do it, like you said, there's two combinations, people are into rate or flying to fuel. So in the early years, you may need a lot of coverage because you're going to this, but also going to be very deficit, right? Now, then what do you say for here?
Yep. So this line represents your savings. And with me, the savings
So you
start
say that.
growing. Yeah.
Yeah, other purpose to kind of look, this line right here, in the early years, you may not have a lot of income.
Yeah, may not, so you'll be saving a little bit. And a little bit over a period of time, especially with me, it's gonna start growing, it's gonna start growing, it's gonna start growing. And once it matches how much you have in life insurance, hey, cancel your life insurance, you no longer need it. And then what you're paying for life insurance, hey, we're just gonna add that over to your investment. And then later in life, what you need now is you need that 5,000 fund, right? Because the kids are grown, no debt, mortgage paid, right? So you need retirement income.
And then what, you had a closing question?
Does that make sense? No, no. There's one more thing. And then we transition to this slide.
Oh, yeah. And then like you get the commitment and stuff, and then you gotta get.
No, get the commitment very last.
Oh, y'all don't get commitment yet?
Not yet. We do this next, we collect information, then we get. Got it?
They was teaching us to do this, get the commitment, they gotta do it.
I mean, whatever your RVP says to do, I do.
I mean, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense to get a commitment and then you gotta.
So, I mean, some people, it makes sense to some people, like, for me, I'm like confused about that, you know? We'll talk about it today. All right, guys, y'all ready? All right, let's go through it.
Great job, bro.
All right, guys, real quick. All right, let's go, because we still got some more to do, but we gotta make sure we understand how to do this, all right? All right. Huh? All right, go ahead, start it off
Love
first.
that. So you don't need life insurance forever, but however, you need it while you're still saving your money, right? So in the earlier years, you'll need your coverage because we got young children, high debt, the house mortgage. So loss of income would be absolutely devastating, wouldn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Because right now with me, you're going to be saving your money and investing your money. So you see how it's growing? It's growing. And when it matches, you don't need your life insurance at that
Matches
point.
your,
You can go ahead and cancel it. When
When
it
it
matches
matches
your
your-
investments,
no, when your investments match your life insurance.
when your
Okay.
investments match your life insurance, you can go ahead and cancel your policy. And then you can, what you were paying for your life insurance, you can go ahead and invest it
Put it onto your
into
savings.
your investments.
Yep.
Because you better have, because you can add it on to your investments because you wanted to have 5,000, right?
Yep, you want to add it onto investment because
Investment.
later in life,
Later in
we got to make sure that we have about $1,000, $5,000 coming in every single month. Because at that point, the kids are grown, mortgages, lower debt, mortgages paid. What you need now is you need retirement income. All right, y'all got that? Y'all got it for real? Who can do it? Who would y'all vouch to do it? If they don't do it, everybody has to do 5 push-ups.
Josh.
Yeah, I like Davey.
Josh Bent? Hey, everybody in the room got to do push-ups.
Housing insecurity. How about we choose somebody who hasn't did an investment? Just put work in for real.
We got Jessica?
Ethan can do it.
Ethan? All right. Hey, listen,
Jake.
we'll do all 3 of y'all.
No, we don't.
Jake.
Oh, okay. One person. Jessica. Jessica, go ahead, Jessica.
Where am I starting?
Right here.
You already had me doing a push-up last week.
Right here.
We had you?
Yeah.
I think you had yourself doing.
All right, Jessica. Hold it down.
I said myself.
All right, so it's Arian.
DeMarco.
Okay. All right, Arian DeMarco. So this is on how life works, called the theory of decreasing responsibility. Okay, so in the earlier years, right now, you guys have young children, you have high debt, you have a mortgage. So if God forbid something happened to you, loss of income would be absolutely devastating. Okay. But now later in life, you're going to need money. Okay, so you won't need the policy. You can actually cancel it at the time that your investments match your life insurance. Okay, so at that time, you're going to have your children are going to be grown, your debt's going to be much lower, and the mortgage is paid. Okay, so do you understand why it's very important to have your investments and also life insurance?
Okay. All right. Getting close. Oh, damn. All right, getting close. We were close. All right.
I got you, girl. I'm doing it for you.
All right. So remember, you got to sell yourself. All right, Jessica. So you say, listen, in early years, you need a lot of coverage. Why is that? Which is insurance, because you have young kids, high debt, and you have a house mortgage. So loss of income will be devastating to the family, right? But we also know with me, you're going to be saving every single month. You're going to be saving with me, right? And as time goes on, that savings is going to start growing. It's going to start accumulating. Watch my pen, right? It's going to start growing. It's going to start accumulating, right? And once your savings matches what you have in life insurance, hey, cancel your life insurance. And what you're paying for life insurance, we're just going to add that on to our investments. Because then later in life, what we need is we need money. We need $5,000 a month. Because the kids are grown, the house is paid off, the debts are lowered, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's it, right? All right. So practice that, guys. Practice that, right? But this is how you determine how much life insurance you would need, right? What's my transition?
This is how you determine how much life insurance you need.
Yeah. And watch me on this one, right? DeMarco, watch how I do this. Watch my eye contact. Watch how I do this. Marco, if anything would happen to you, Ari, how much would you need on a monthly basis to run everything?
Oh.
Just give me a number.
5,000.
5,000. And then Ari, if something happens to you, DeMarco, how much would you need to run the household?
I guess I would say the same.
Same
5,000.
thing? Okay, gotcha, 5,000. So this is how you calculate how much in coverage you would need, right? And let's say they say 4,200, 4,300, 5,700, always round up to the next 1,000, all right? He says 4,200, okay, let's just say 5,000, all right? I never round down, right? So 5,000 times 12, that's 60,000.
Okay.
And then I multiply that by 10, which I'll explain why, 600,000. 600,000. Now, why is that? Because if anything happens to you or you, DeMarco, somebody's going to get a check for $600,000. And what most people do, it's crazy to think, they pay off their house, they pay off their cars, and within a couple of years, that money's completely gone.
Yeah.
What we recommend them to do, and this is why, Bryn is here as well too, because it's made total sense to her, right? We say, listen, with that $600,000, let's invest that entire thing into a mutual fund. And let's tell that mutual fund, hey, mutual fund, you guys are averaging 12%, start sending me 10. You guys average 12, start sending me 10. 10% of 600,000, 60,000. Don't send that to me all at once. DeMarco, send that to me on a monthly basis. Divided by 12 months is equal to 5,000 every single month. And this money right here continues to grow. Does that make sense right there?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so and then if anything happens to you, Ari, somebody's going to receive a check for 600,000. I always do them both, even if it's the same amount of money, right? But they usually get on the second time you explain it to them. Right? So if something happens to you, Ari, check for 600,000. What do we do with that, Ari? We're going to tell them to put it where?
Mutual fund.
Right? And tell that mutual fund, hey, mutual fund, start sending me 10% of that. 10% of 600,000, 60,000. Don't send that to me on a monthly basis, or don't send it to me all at once. Send it to me on a monthly basis. Divided by 12 is 5,000 every single month. And you are set, financially set. Good?
Yes.
Any questions on that?
No.
All right. Josh.
Just a general question about qualifying a client. Do you feel that Dime is better, or do you feel that is better?
They're both great. They're both great. I just want them to tell me how much they need.
Okay.
That's it. Right off the bat. Because everybody knows how much they need on a monthly basis to survive. Right? Husband and wife.
And this is based off more of income versus Dime is debt. So some people might not have any debt, and then the insurance is going to be lower, which then isn't going to be able to fully replace their income. So I believe that it should be this way, more because again, the debt could be not their true example of what they need.
Also, can do the whole FNA Dime. Just have use some stuff.
Yeah, so on Friday, tomorrow when Jason does it, right, and does the triplicate of choice, you'll see that, on the triplicate, the first one's the FNA. The second option should be this one. This is option B, and then option C is their budget. You got it? Good. Questions?
So what if 600,000 is too expensive for them?
That's what they need. That's what they need. So that's why tomorrow, when we put together a financial plan, we figure out, okay, this is what you need. If you can't afford it, then take option C,
Okay.
right? And then we can always increase it later down the road, right? Great questions. Another question.
So we're mostly talking about the income coming into the household. When do you have the conversation to ask about the health? When you bring when Jason gets done with presenting that, you
Yeah,
ask about the
absolutely.
health now?
Yep.
Okay.
This is just us gathering information for the financial needs analysis,
Okay.
right? And make sure they're understanding why we're collecting it. All right? Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this,
Sorry, this page is really important for helping to retain the client. The whole point of going over this is to increase QPIs because they
Mhm.
really fully understand the purpose of the products that they're getting.
Mhm.
Okay.
good? Got it. All right. So we go from here. Let me change colors real quick. We go from here. Actually, we go from here to here, right? Here to here. All right, that's the order. All right. Now from here, once you explain that part, right? Because we're running low on time, we go right into the F&A gathering portion, right? Now that they understand they need 600,000 on each of them, my next question is, all right, which one of you guys have the best handwriting? You have the best. Okay, do me a favor. All right,
Just read, I'm sorry, the close, like the commitment.
I do that last. Yeah, right. And so who here has the best handwriting? You do, all right? Okay, gotcha. So, all right, I'm gonna have you fill out the first page. All right? I'm gonna have you fill out the first page. And they can fill out a lot faster if they fill it out, right? Just
Okay.
boom, 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 boom. If you do it, you're gonna be like, what is the address? So I just let them do it, right? Fill out the first page, right? And once they fill out the first page, some of the questions that they may ask is, what's the difference between monthly gross pre-tax and what I bring home? I like to put on there what they take home, right? What they take home, right? Actually, no. It says pre-tax there, guys. Whatever your RVP says, I always say do whatever because they know the top of their how much they bring home. And when we've been there for like an hour, right? So I need just give me the number. Give me the number, right? I don't want to know about their social security taken out of their check. I don't want to know about tax taken out. Man, what do you bring home? And I put that there. Okay, Ari, you bring home, or DeMarco, you bring home 5,300. Is it on there?
I mean, they make DeMarco makes 110, no,
Okay.
120.
120, so he brings home 10,000 a month, right?
And Ari is a web designer for 60.
60, so 35. 35. Right? So look, that's how you calculate. No, it's way more than that. 5,200.
60 divided by 12.
Yeah.
Carry.
50,000. 5,000. Right? 5,000 a month. We just talked about that. Now from here, this is all I collect. Right? After they fill out all that paperwork, I ask them these questions. Hey, guys, do you guys have an updated will?
No.
All right. And now if it was affordable, is that something that you like to have?
Yeah.
Obviously, right?
Well, I thought wills were for older people.
No, everybody needs a will.
Okay.
Everybody needs a will. Yep. So you get that. No, correct it right there and there. You're the doctor. You don't go back and forth. Yeah, I think you're right. No, man. No, everybody needs a will. If you have kids, you need a will, right? Do you guys have any personal life insurance? You mentioned in the presentation that you guys only have it through work.
I just have it through work.
I don't have
Gotcha.
any.
You don't have anything. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. And he said it because why was the reason they don't have life insurance? We talked about it yesterday. Because they thought it was too expensive. Right? What are the 3 reasons why people don't have life insurance? Number 1?
Think about it.
Huh?
They never got around to it.
Push it up,
Money,
and
they don't care.
about the family.
Perfect. They never got around to it. They thought it cost too much. And the third one is they just don't care about their family. Right? Now, where do you guys have your emergency fund?
We actually don't have an emergency
Mhm.
fund.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
do.
in our savings account.
You just found money.
Emergency fund in your savings account. Well, not emergency fund, but like your savings.
Right.
Is it in a bank?
Yeah, we don't have an emergency fund, but we do have 30,000 in the savings
In the
account.
savings?
Yeah.
Okay, at the bank? 30,000. Now, you guys happy with that rate of return?
Now after seeing what we
Probably
saw.
wanna A little bit better, right? Okay, perfect, perfect. And do you guys have a individual retirement account outside of work?
No.
Okay, gotcha. So we can help you guys out with
I
that.
think my wife has something like that though. Don't you have an individual retirement account?
Yeah, I have a 40
401k?
percent in an old 401k.
Okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So you're in an old 401k.
Let me figure that
Yeah.
out.
All right,
And I
that's
have
you, Ari,
I also
40,000.
have, 10,000 in a traditional IRA.
Okay, 10,000. Now, do you put any money into this IRA?
Yes. I
Okay.
believe I put like
You
200.
put $200 a month into it? All right. And this is and you also have a 401k you mentioned at a previous
Yeah,
employer?
previous job.
Okay, and you have about 40,000 in there?
Yeah.
Okay, do you add anything into that you probably not, right? Cause it's not the old job?
No, I
Okay.
stopped.
And what about you, DeMarc? Do you have any old 401ks as well?
I don't have any old 401ks, but I do have a 401k.
You do have a 401k currently?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about 110,000 in there.
110 in there. All right, do you add anything into that account?
I mean, yeah, just the wages that comes from the job, but that's it.
Okay, what do they do, like the 3% match?
Yeah, just 3%.
Okay, 3%. Got it. Actually, this part goes here. All right, she old 401k. All right, 40,000. And no, she has not rolled that money over yet.
No.
Okay, perfect. Now, what about kids' education funds? Do you have any money saved up for Billy, Jimmy, and Tacoma?
Florida and little Jimmy.
No,
Uh-huh.
unfortunately, no.
No? Okay, NA. Now, obviously, it's something that you guys want to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I want my kids to go to college. Is there like something we could do where they could choose?
Yeah, absolutely. We have accounts called uniform transfers,
Okay.
right? And we want to make sure that I love those. That's what I have for my children,
Okay.
right? And it's something that if they don't want to go to college or they don't need it for college, they can use it for down payment on a house or
Okay.
car or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, we want
Right.
them to have a
So
choice.
we'll provide some extra information on that too.
Perfect.
All right, perfect, Matt. Perfect. And what about any like bank savings, CDs, bonds? Do you have any old mutual funds that are not for retirement?
No.
I mean, we have the 30,000 in the
That's
bank, but
it,
that's pretty much it.
Okay, gotcha. And you guys adding money into that account?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, how much are you adding? About 200, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
about 200.
Okay, cool,
As well.
cool,
we do a
cool.
little more when we can, but
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. So guys, listen, at this point is when you add as much documentation as possible, right? You just got to keep asking questions. The more questions you ask, the more information the more data you get, right? The better your financial plans are going to be, right? And chances are when you ask them these questions, they might be like, damn, dude, we're all over the place. We have no organization. I don't know this, I don't know that. We need somebody, right? Nobody's asked them these questions before. Nobody knows they're sick until a doctor says you're sick, right? So you have to tell them, all right, tell me about this, tell me about that. Even though it might feel redundant, you still got to ask them, right? So do you know your debt freedom date?
No.
No? Okay, gotcha. And how much
they
you guys,
have those?
is this house paid off?
No,
Not yet.
How much do you own the house?
we've got a
350,000.
350,000?
Yeah.
All right. And monthly, how much you guys paying on the house? What's the mortgage?
About 2,500.
2,500? All right. And the interest rate, what is that, 4.5? 4.5? Okay,
No.
gotcha. What about your, car loan? You have any credit cards?
Yeah.
Okay, what else y'all got?
well, we got one car, we still gotta pay off 32,000 on there.
What car is that?
It's my Benz.
Benz?
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha, 32,000. What's your monthly payment on that?
It's about close to like it's like 900.
$900?
Yeah.
All right. Do you pay that? Is that the minimum? Is that what you pay?
No, that's what I pay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So what's the minimum? Like 450?
Yeah.
450, and then your actual payment is $900.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and your interest rate on that is what, 6%?
Yeah.
6%. All right. Now I'm just doing this for time purposes, right? But they should tell you, oh, it's a 6%, 6.5, right? Let them dig for that information. Don't assume. All right. What about credit card?
Yeah, we have a 10,000 on a Visa card.
On a Visa?
Yeah.
All right. So 10,000. All right. And then what do you pay monthly on that?
maybe $200.
200, okay, is that the minimum payment?
Yeah.
The minimum payment's 200? Okay, gotcha. Now, listen, guys, one of the things that messed in the beginning, right? Well, sometimes when I was training people, when your client is vulnerable at this time, right? You don't have the rep or anything, have any emotions whatsoever. They just need to be listening, right? There's been a time where I've been training somebody and the person was telling them all their debts, and the trainee was like, damn, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. You know, listen, don't even, you as a doctor as well shouldn't do that either, right? You're just collecting information, emotion, right? Emotion is down, right? Don't have that emotion. All right. Good.
Yeah.
On that. All right. What else? What else you got? Any other debts you have?
Yeah, we have 2,000 from a couch.
And you just had to have that
From
love.
the
seat.
Yeah, we
couch?
had to have that couch.
Okay, no worries. That's a nice couch,
It is,
right? How much do you pay on that?
like $100.
$100. All right, and that's the actual payment is 100?
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as the visa, what is your that's a revolving debt? What's your interest rate on that? Y'all know?
10%.
10%?
Good.
All right, that's really good. Usually we see like around 29.
Yeah, right.
Right, so y'all got like a discount, y'all came in on a promotion. And the couch, you know what, it's a fixed rate. What do y'all owe on that one? Or what's the interest rate on that one?
Little more higher than that. That's around the 25%.
25? Okay. All right, gotcha. All right, any other debts that we should be made aware of? Any student loans? Any personal loans?
No, we
That's it.
keep it pretty
Okay,
simple.
gotcha. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna gather all this information, you know, and one of the questions we also want to ask is, do you follow an effective budget every month?
No.
We,
No?
we have one in our mind, but not on
It's not.
paper.
Oh, so you have a budget, but it's just not effective?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So if we put one together for you, is that something that would be interested?
Yeah.
You'd be interested in that? Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
And lastly, I have just a couple questions for you. And, you know, on our second appointment, when we come back, if I can offer a plan, or if we can offer a plan that you agree is better in every way, is there any reason why you will not do business with us?
Can't think of one.
No reason, right? Awesome. And then out of that, would you introduce us to you're already in the business right now, right? But 7 to 10 people, you know, that's the way we get paid. We don't get paid off of, you know, you guys or anything like that. You guys don't pay us a fee or anything. We get paid, our only fee is that you direct us to other people, right? And so all we ask is 7 to 10 people exactly like yourself who would benefit from this information. Could y'all do that for us?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm going to leave back this introduction list. If you guys can, man, go ahead and fill out as many as you can, because we'd love to bless them as well too.
Okay.
All right. Now, here's the most important question of the night. Now that we gathered all this information, right, and we ate all your food and we had drink your coffee, right? One of the questions I want to ask you is this one right here. Most families, when we put together this plan, most families can set aside $300 of their current income to implement this plan. There are other fortunate few that can do around 500 or more. And then there are those that are on a limited or fixed budget that can do around $200. Of those three, the 500, the 300, and the 200, which one best describes you guys?
We can do 500. Maybe even a
I
little
would
more.
say, yeah, for both of us, is like individual
Oh,
No,
yeah.
together.
together. Okay, yeah, 500.
500 total? That's not gonna put you
Each?
guys, so $1,000.
Yeah.
All right, that's not gonna put you guys in a financial bind. You guys can write a check right now for $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So let's go ahead and do that, $1,000. All right, $1,000. Because when I come back, here's the plan. When we come back, we're gonna spend some time developing this plan. You're also gonna, you know, do it with us, right? We're gonna spend time on this plan, and when we come back, you guys have the amount of life insurance you guys need, where we need to invest your money, right? At that time, you're not gonna tell me, oh man, we can't do this because it's over our budget, right?
No.
Okay, gotcha. But all this makes sense, and you guys are highly interested in doing this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so today is Tuesday. Tomorrow, how about Thursday? Thursday. Are you guys good on Thursday, same time, like around 6 o'clock? Or would
Yeah.
8 o'clock be better?
That should be good.
Yeah.
6 o'clock is
6.
fine.
6 o'clock is fine?
Friday, 9:30 a.m.
Does that work for you as well?
Yes, that works for me.
Okay, gotcha. So Thursday at 6 p.m. So when we come back Thursday at 6 p.m., right, we're gonna have a full financial plan put together for you guys.
Perfect.
All right, good?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys see that? I got Jason did it the other day. The best commitment is a time commitment, a money commitment, and what else?
Day commit.
A day commitment, right? Day, time, right, and money. When you have all three of those, you have a strong commitment. I want to make sure that I'm closing 100% of the time. Pitts, I'm telling you, bro, when you go into an appointment knowing that you're going to make money, it's so much more enjoyable than hoping that you're going to make money. Y'all been in some hoping appointments? They're the worst, man. They're the worst. I hope I'm gonna do one hell of a job and hopefully they'll close. I want to make sure that if I'm spending time away from my family, if I'm spending time away from my home, that I'm getting compensated for that as well. Now they can say, no, I'm not interested. That's fine. Hey, listen, this is great information. Whenever you guys are ready, let me know. But I am not putting together a financial plan if you're not willing to do the close.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Y'all got that?
Yes.
Good?
Tell them that.
Huh? If they say, hey, man, I'm not, I can't commit to that. I can't commit to, hey, no problem. No problem whatsoever. What is an amount that you can commit to? And they go, man, let me just see the plan. And I say, listen, we're going to spend time on this plan. The last thing we want to do, no disrespect, last thing we want to do is put together all this time for a financial plan and you guys don't implement it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we're going to make sure if it's a budget thing, hey, we can cut down the budget, right? If it's a budget thing, we'll cut down the budget. But if it's a commitment thing, that you guys got to commit and we're going to commit as well too. Right? Guys, I'm telling you again, you guys got to focus in on you're the doctor. The doctor's going to tell you what prescription you're going to take. You don't say, nah, I really don't want Tylenol. I want this other one. You don't say that, right? So if you're really, and not only that, but a doctor's going to give you a prescription, but it's ultimately up to you to take the prescription, right? So you got to make sure that both of you guys are committed to it. So what I want you guys to do, right? We ran out of time. What I want you guys to do, right, is all your clients that you've closed on and just did life insurance on, right? Even yourself, man, go ahead and go back and do a full financial plan on yourself. Even if you don't have that much information, still gather that information as if you're the perfect client. Right? Go ahead and gather that information and put together your own financial plan and put it on your notability so that if a client comes to you and says, I'll love this, right? You can, or I don't want to do this, or I'm thinking about it. Say, well, you got to think about it. I don't have kids. I don't have I have it here in front of me right now. So I want you guys to do that as well, right? That's number one. Number two, if you have a client that you only did life insurance on, right? Or you did not do a financial needs analysis, go back to them and say, hey, listen, we have this new tool because it's a new tool that you guys are using. We have a new tool that we put together a full financial plan together. How about we take 10, 15 minutes and gather some information so I can show you exactly how this tool works, right? And from there, like to Ethan's point, from there, you're going to have a ton of policy increases because not everybody needs only 250,000, right? Everybody needs more than 250,000. Y'all got it?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Save that so we can have it for tomorrow.
Save that. and
Okay,
have it
guys,
for
so tomorrow we're gonna be taking the information that they filled out and actually putting it into an FNA and a triplicate of choice. So that's tomorrow. Friday will be the carryback for this, segment for the week. So, all right, time to do call blitz.
Guys, you know who we are? We are.
Yeah.